Hello class 10. Once again I am before you giving you the lecture on the second chapter which I have started in my previous class, and the name of the chapter is Sectors of the Indian Economy. So in this chapter you are going to learn about how the economic activities that people do have been classified or categorized into sectors, because to know the activities, how many people are working and what they are doing and how they are contributing in the GDP, and the national income is calculated. Everything you will know after dividing the activities into the same type of category. The same type of activities have been classified or have been kept in one, second type of activities have been kept in the second one, and third type of activities. So according to this, all the economic activities have been classified into three sectors on the basis of the resources that we utilize or that the people utilize to produce the goods and services. So main groups of economic activities which have been classified into three sectors are known as primary sector or primary activities, means the activities that have been included in this sector are called primary activities. Second type is known as secondary sector or secondary activities are included under it, and third one is tertiary sector or service sector. Now we will see that what type of activities are done or have been kept under this primary sector. So primary sector includes all those activities where we directly exploit or where we directly use the natural resources, and the output is also a natural one. So the activities which we include in primary sector, they are agriculture, animal husbandry, forestry, fishing, poultry farming, mining, etc. All these activities are directly based or directly exploit the natural resources or factors, and then the output is delivered or output we get. So what natural factors we use in farming? We use climate, we use soil, rainfall, temperature, etc. Sun energy, etc. that we use, and then the crops are grown. Similarly, fishing, animal husbandry and poultry farming, these activities are also based on biological processes of the animals. And in this way, what we have seen, that suppose cotton has been grown in certain type of climate, in certain type of soil, and then the output is also a natural one. So this sector is also known as agriculture and related sector or related activities. In all countries, not only in India, in all countries, in the beginning stages or in the initial stage of their development, primary occupation or primary sector remained dominant, or it played the prominent or the important role that time when they were developing, when they were progressing. But as a country leads or moves forward, then economic development, proportionate share of these occupation, means the share of these activities that we have discussed just now in primary sector, it is now decreasing. So what we say, that now this sector is contributing less, and other sectors, they are contributing more in the GDP or in the national income of the country. So those countries in whose national income proportionate share of primary occupation is large, and a big chunk of population or big majority of population, they are engaged in this sector, are called underdeveloped or developing countries. So in India also, what we see, that half of our population, means 52% or 55% of our population, they are engaged in agriculture. They are earning their living from agriculture. In this way, what we have seen, that India is a agricultural country. But we are moving and other sectors are also coming and becoming prominent, but still half of our population, they are engaged in primary sector. So in my next video lecture I will tell you about the role played by secondary sector and what activities we include in secondary sector, and what is tertiary sector, which type of services and how these services helps in the development or in the functioning or in the work of primary and secondary sector. Okay, I am concluding my lecture. Thank you.